Hi, I'm Macy Snyder-Amatucci with Brick Hugger, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us for another Explore Tulsa. We start by taking a look at a new face on a piece of Tulsa history.
Then we get ready for the first day of summer with a cool treat.
Followed by Tulsa's Small Business Person of the Year.
Plus a Lifetime Achievement winner who paved the way for women in communications.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. Welcome to this week's Explore Tulsa.
You know, it seems like every time you turn around, something new is going up downtown.
That's true, Stevie, but this time it's something old getting a new look.
The folks at Brick Huggers have been performing their magic on the old City Hall building.
Yep, they gave us a whole new Mayo building, and now the same is happening at the new Aloft Hotel.
Well, we have a construction background, my family does, and Brick Hugger. And the reason we named our company Brick Hugger is because we save historic buildings. Like tree huggers save trees, we keep historic buildings from being torn down. So that's where we came up with the name Brick Hugger. But we kind of, I would say, fell into buying the Mayo. It was a really good deal at the time. People thought we were crazy because downtown Tulsa was dead, and everybody can see that's completely changed. And there's really not a ton for sale anymore down here. And there's a few more buildings that need to be renovated. We're working on the YMCA, which we're doing apartments in there, and we're working on the Vanderbilt building, and those will be loft apartments as well. Those are two historic buildings in the middle of downtown Tulsa that are, you know, boarded up right now. So that's really gonna breathe life into the center of downtown. This building is actually the old City Hall building. So the City Hall was in this building. It was built in 1969 and was an office building. So we did a historic renovation on it and turned it into a hotel. So the Mayo project we did was a hotel before. So this was the first project we did where we turned something into something completely different. So an adaptive reuse project. We were up in the Mayo once we finished it, looking out from one of the apartments, and you always saw this building sitting here. And it was pretty much an eyesore because any building with all the lights off at night, it's just not attractive for the city. And so we looked over and decided, you know, that could be a great building. You know, it has good bones, it's in a great location, and we could either do a hotel or loft apartments in there. And so that's kind of how we fell into buying this building. And they had been on the market for years, a couple years. No one, you know, was interested in buying it. So when no one's interested in buying something, a lot of times you can get a good deal, but what people forget is it does cost a lot of money to renovate a building. So we have invested a ton of money and time and energy into breathing life back into these buildings. The Aloft brand is very mid-century modern. Their furniture, the design of the rooms, so really the design of the Aloft complements the exterior design of the building, which is the mid-century modern. So a lot of people that have come in the hotel and see the furniture say they feel like they're on the Mad Men show. So it really goes with the outside of the building. The Aloft Tulsa downtown actually has a lot of suites. A lot of the Aloft hotels that you'll see are new construction. They're in suburbs like the one in South Tulsa, or they are actually at airports, a lot of them. We are the second Aloft hotel that's actually in a historic building. The first one that Starwood did was across from the convention center in Dallas, and this one was really modeled after that one. So we're only the second Aloft that is open that's in an existing historic building. So you'll see it's very different from the prototype Aloft that you'll see in you know, other cities and that people are probably familiar with. We have a lot of suites, pretty much half the hotel rooms are suites. We have a lot of unique spaces because when you're doing a historic renovation, you get a lot of unique spaces that's not cookie cutter, not every single room is the same. We also have exposed concrete walls that are really neat, really high ceilings. So there's a lot of uniqueness when you're doing a historic renovation as opposed to new construction.
Wow, it's hard to believe that that's the same place where we used to pay our traffic tickets.
Macy actually did tell us that some folks still stop by to pay their traffic tickets there at the Aloft. But as a public service announcement, now you can pay online or go to the new City Hall at 2nd and Cincinnati.
Visit thealofttulsa.com to learn more about the newest hotel to downtown.
What do you say, Trish, that we go ahead and head south? Maybe for a tasty little treat that says summertime is almost here.
You must be talking about Josh's Sno Shack.
You betcha. And we'll check it out next with Josh when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner & Associates.
Hi, I'm Malcolm McCullum. I'm the Executive Director of the St. Francis Tulsa Tough, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Stevie, why on earth are you dressed like that?
Why else? I'm gonna be a mystery shopper at Video Revolution.
Oh, you are definitely a mystery no one can solve.
Well, Missy, don't you like my granny voice? No? Well, I think that the guys at Video Rev from Dressed Like a Granny are gonna give me a better deal on a brand new Sony TV.
Stevie, granny or not, anybody who walks into Video Revolution at 71st and Lewis can count on getting the best deal in town.
Like this Sony 55-inch 1080p LED HD Smart TV with built-in Wi-Fi, only $14.99.
Or this 40-inch Sony 1080p LED with motion flow for just $4.99.
Plus, get this Sony 3D Blu-ray player with built-in Wi-Fi, so you can stream all your favorite videos for only $99.
And with Video Revolution's low price guarantee, nobody has to dress up to get a great deal.
Well, all right, Missy, but can you help me with my brassiere?
Oh, Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Nicole Peltier, a co-owner of the Yoga Room, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
If you can't wait for the official first day of summer, Explore Tulsa has the perfect spot to make you feel like you are summer ready.
Good idea, Trish, because I know you're talking about Josh's Sno Shack.
You know what they say, Stevie, it's the best shaved ice in T-Town.
Actually, my first, I think, business endeavor was actually I just found a briefcase and I put a bunch of random stuff in it and I went door to door and tried to sell whatever I could. But then when I was like 15, I started working for a snow cone stand in Tulsa. And when I was a senior, they closed. And so after my freshman year of college, I came back to Tulsa and opened up Josh's. When I first started this, it was for purely to get through college. I was a freshman at a school in northern Tonkawa, Northern Oklahoma College, and after the first year it started picking up, and I realized that we could have a go at it and actually do something cool in Tulsa. So about the second year we realized that this could be something that we could do for a long time.
It's a really fun experience. It's not just your ordinary snow cone place. You know a lot of the people here. You can interact with your friends.
My first location was at 71st and Garnett, back when it was called Albertsons in that parking lot there. And the reason we picked that one is because we called like literally 20 other places and no one would give us a spot. So I finally got in contact with Albertsons corporate and they said that we could work something out, and so we did, and it's been crazy ever since. I think what makes us unique is that we are really passionate about this. I think no matter what you do in life, I think you need to be passionate about it. And I think for us, when we started it, it was something that we really loved. It's something we really loved doing. So because of that, we've tried to make that an element of what every individual who works with us does, is they're passionate about it. If you talk to any of our kids, they love snow cones, and they actually find themselves talking about the consistency of the ice and the syrup and everything. And I think it's just really neat that people who had never known anything about it now care as much as I do about how soft the snow is and how good the syrups are.
It's really exciting. We've done it every summer since like 8th grade.
I think we offer an experience. I think that's the difference too, is that it's part of summer. When you come here and you get a snow cone, you're experiencing summer. And I think that if we can keep offering that to people, if we offer more than just snow cones to people, then I think we'll be around for a long time. I think everybody wants their spot, their place that they go to and that they tell people about. And I think that's kind of how it started, is when we were just kind of slow going, I would build relationships with people, and because it was so slow, I was the only one working all the time. So I'd work 12 hours a day, every day, all summer, sitting in a little shack. And so I get to know people and get to know their families and get to know about them. And I think that spreads. People like community. People like getting to know other people. And so I think what happened is people started telling other people about it, and we carry the same thing. If you come, we're going to talk to you. We're going to ask you how your life's going, because we genuinely care about people.
My favorite, I like to mix stuff up. So, you know what I'm saying, I just put a little blueberry in there, a little raspberry, you know what I'm saying, something, dash it up.
I think everyone gets excited whenever something's free and they don't have to do anything for it. And so every year we try to give away t-shirts or hats or pins or bumper stickers, whatever we can think of, to just get people to say, hey, come out, and when your first snow cone, at that first bite, you think, oh, summer's back. And I think that whenever you get that, you got a free t-shirt, it just makes summer seem like it's really close, and it makes people really happy. So
My favorite snow cone is probably just pink lemonade.
Tiger's blood.
Me too.
I know tons of people who leave, a lot of friends of mine who left after college and now they're back, and then people who always try to get away from Tulsa and for some reason they get pulled back. And I think that Tulsa's very special, at least to me. And I know we're in South Tulsa, but I love all of Tulsa. So hopefully one day we'll go a little more downtown, or I guess Midtown, I'm sorry, and go that way. But right now we're primarily South Tulsa.
Everybody need to come out here and show Josh some love, because he has the best snow cones in town.
Josh's Sno Shack is quickly becoming a Tulsa tradition.
Josh has done a lot to have that tasty summer treat ready for us. 4 locations and a few upcoming events downtown.
So Stevie, tell us, what's your favorite flavor?
Well, I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but I do like the New Kids on the Block. It has that bubblegum watermelon taste mixed in together.
New Kids on the Block, huh? Well, you're in luck, because they'll be in Oklahoma City later this month.
I always just like the way they did their big dance routines.
Oh, while Stevie gets his groove on, we'll get ready to meet the Tulsa Chamber's 2013 Small Business Person of the Year, Larry Mocha, next when we continue with more Explore Tulsa.
For a taste of Italy in Tulsa, may we recommend Ti Amo. For 20 years, Tulsa diners have come to Ti Amo for the very best in authentic Italian and Mediterranean dishes. With a dining room perfectly suited for single diners or groups and an incomparable menu, it's easy to see why Ti Amo has been voted best Italian restaurant in Tulsa. Ti Amo now with 2 locations, 61st and Sheridan, and our new downtown location on the northeast corner of 3rd and Cheyenne. Ti Amo, fine dining at an affordable price.
Hi, I'm Lee Clark Johns, President of Strategic Communication, Inc., and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
I'm carbon dating this carpet.
When you visit Video Revolution at 71st and Lewis, you won't find a bunch of money spent on fancy extras. That way, Video Rev can pass huge savings to customers every day.
Like the Samsung 46-inch LED 1080p smart TV for only $649.
Or this Sony 55-inch 1080p LED with built-in Wi-Fi and 3D ready for only $14.99.
So bring in your dinosaur and trade up today.
Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis. Hello, and thanks for sticking around for more Explore Tulsa.
Hey Trish, have you ever won any awards?
Yeah, a couple, Stevie. How about you?
Yeah, I was Best Sportsmanship Award in Little League Baseball.
No one will ever deny you of that honor, Stevie. And I'm sure our next guest loves his newest achievement as much as you do yours.
Larry Mocha does seem to be a very good sport when it comes to working hard, and he does it to keep his family business going with just the right mix of hard work and treating people right.
My father was the ultimate entrepreneur, and that's probably why I understand entrepreneurship. I knew the passion that my dad had back in the early 60s, and before that, he wanted to be in business for himself. I've often wondered if he were to come back, and he died in 1984, what would he say? What would he think of the product lines that we have now? And I think he'd be pretty pleased. The real name of it is Air Power Systems Company. But over the years, our customers always use the acronym APSCO to refer to us. The interesting part was I was our very first employee in January 1970. We'd sit around my dad's in his garage, which is where the company was started, and we'd assemble these products, and my mom would assemble them as well. We create controls for customers, OEMs, which we call them OEMs, original equipment manufacturers. They make large trailers. Class 8, they go on Class 8 trucks, and those are dump trailers, garbage trailers, winch trucks. We manufacture controls for those trucks. Yeah, they control the PTO, the power takeoff, they control the winch on the oil field equipment, and on the dump equipment for road construction and new housing, that kind of thing, they control tailgate controls. Five years ago, we had just bottomed out in a recession that hit a lot of people in Tulsa and maybe in the United States. And just to give you an example of the trend, we had started at almost 10 million back in 2006 and began to drop and dropped to a sales volume of 4.4 million in 2009. That was our bottom, and then we changed direction, we set some new plans, some new directions, and last year we broke through 10 million for the first time. In 2004, we were awarded our ISO certification, which talks a lot about who you are as a company. We don't do government contract work, but it's really an introduction to how do you improve processes, how do you take waste out of your manufacturing process. And since then, we've continued to educate our employees. That's probably one of the biggest differences that we've had, is that we're asking a lot of other experts and bringing them in to help us be a better company. They've got to be a part of it. We ask them their ideas, you know, the guys behind us, what can you do to eliminate waste in the process that you're using to assemble those products? And their ideas are extremely important. But that's just the beginning of the change. I mean, you can see it. If you were to come back here next month, you'd be shocked at the changes. I know that because I come over here and I go on a tour about every couple of weeks, and it amazes me how the change is happening every day. People are looking, what can we do to be a better company every day? I believe personally, and I think pretty much all of us believe, that to almost every problem we face socially and economically, education is the answer. So we believe in continuous improvement, both as a company and then personally. If I can be a person that represents small business in the way that it ought to be and help lift it up so that people can identify and remember how important it is to our nation. Well, we had a meeting with our banker yesterday, and he said, you've changed. You're not a small business anymore. We're a small business, and I'm proud of it, and I don't want to be anything other than that.
That's the great thing about Explore Tulsa. You see, at first I thought Larry made game controllers.
I could see how you would think that, Stevie, because you spend more time playing games than being around heavy equipment. But Larry has definitely made his family proud.
And we congratulate him on his recognition as 2013 Small Business Person of the Year.
This week, we continue to recognize Tulsans who have accomplished outstanding achievements.
Our next guest made her mark on the world during a time when women weren't supposed to be able to.
An Explore Tulsa visit with Lee Clark Johns is next when we come back with more of the show.
Since 1964, Guitar House of Tulsa is the player's choice. We provide excellent customer service and the best selection on guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, ukuleles, and amplifiers in Tulsa. Check out the latest products from PRS, Martin, Taylor, Spector, Charvel, Takamine, Alvarez, Mesa Boogie, Orange, and many more. Open Monday through Saturday. Ask about our string instrument repair, 0% interest financing, and private lessons with the best instructions in Tulsa. Guitar House of Tulsa. We'll keep you strumming along.
Hi, I'm Kim Dyer, from Southern Hills Riding Academy, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Have you noticed your vision seeming a little narrowed and blurry?
Then you may be suffering from SDTV.
Let the LED experts at Video Revolution help you see what you've been missing.
Like the Samsung 1080p 50-inch LED for only $749.
Or this Sony 60-inch 1080p LED for only $14.99.
Video Revolution at 71st and Lewis can help you find the perfect HD.
And 3D prescription to custom fit your home entertainment needs.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
I'm Philip Phillips, co-founder and owner of Lone Wolf Von Me. You're watching Explore Tulsa.
Well, there you are. Thanks for stopping by for more Explore Tulsa.
You'll be glad you did too, because our next guest is a woman that has spent her entire career helping companies learn the importance of improving their presentations through clear communication.
Plus, Lee Clark Johns was recently awarded the Sadie Adwan Lifetime Achievement Award from the Association for Women in Communications.
A well-deserved honor for a woman who inspires as much as she teaches.
Now, you're from the area,
I'm
right?
a native.
You grew
Tulsa.
up here, and where'd
grew
you go
up
to school?
Edison. I'm a graduate of Edison High School.
Now, I read in some of the things that you were talking about that you were at Edison at a time when they were picking like the school song.
Oh, we planted the trees and the grass. It was basic. My class was the first one to start in the 7th grade and go through. And we opened up the new high school. So we literally did all of the work. I remember the day that they brought the music in for Hail Hail to Edison, and we saw it for the first time.
Now, when you were in school at Edison, did you ever think at that time that something like this was going to evolve in your life?
No. In fact, I prepared to be a teacher, and I did teach at Hale and then in universities, but I had never heard of anyone doing the corporate training. So in a sense, I didn't invent it, but I invented it for myself.
So when you say that nothing like this had been before, that there wasn't
that
a
I
lot
had heard
that
of.
you knew of, what was it what was your first opportunity to get involved in this?
Well, I heard about it for the first time in Michigan. I was on a Citizens Advisory Group for Education, and one of the accountants came to a meeting and said that he had just been at a session at his big national conference and someone was teaching writing, and that's my specialty, was teaching writing. And so when I moved back to Tulsa, was teaching part-time at Oral Roberts University and wanted to start this, our neighbors across the street, my parents' neighbors and family friends, asked what I was doing, and he headed a major engineering firm here, the one that had built the Tulsa water system, Hallway Engineering. And so he was very interested in it, and he said, "Do you need a company to practice on?" And I said, "Yes, I do." So my very first client was the lead engineering company in Tulsa, and I started my learning process at that point, that workplace writing and academic writing were very different. I've learned as much from my clients over the years as they have from me, because we're talking about being prepared to do one thing in school, but then needing different skills in the workplace.
Now, you've traveled all over the world.
Yes, I have.
Teaching this. Tell us about your book and some of those experiences.
The book is called The Writing Coach. It is written for adults. Most books on writing are not written for adults, they're written for college-age students. And it uses these examples from the real world. It uses the examples from my classes. I got permission to use them. The names have been changed, the dates, and so forth. And so they are very relevant. A lot of the examples are original and revised. So once again, people are learning from people like them, not from me, that I can write, but that people like they are can also write. So that's one piece of it. It's very practical. Traveling all over the world, one would think that it's different in the various places I go. It's not. I'm working with the people from that area normally, but they have learned from the offspring of the same educational system that we in the United States. We were a colony, but South Americans were colonized, and the Middle East was colonized, and India and Pakistan were colonized. And so that Western European educational system and the models spread to the world. So it's identical to what I teach here.
And with you traveling like you do, and you've been in different parts of the country and the world, why continue to operate out of Tulsa? What does this mean to you to be here in your hometown?
Well, it's my place. It's where I started. It's easy here. I was doing some work for APSCO in Chicago a few years ago, walking back to the hotel thinking, oh, the kids are grown, they're gone, it's beautiful, it's almost Thanksgiving. Chicago's a great place. And then it took me 45 minutes to get to the airport the next day. And I thought, I can fly to Chicago, but Tulsa's easy, an easy place to be.
Lee is a very impressive woman whose accomplishments are too many to mention.
But you can learn more about the services that she offers at Strategic Communications Inc. by visiting her website at strcom.com.
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Looking for a new home entertainment experience? Well, hi, and welcome to Video Revolution, Tulsa's best in cutting-edge electronics. Professional, highly trained home entertainment experts. Video Revolution's been serving Tulsans for over 25 years with name brands like Sony, Clips, Definitive Technology, Samsung, and so many more. Great selection, price match guarantee, custom installation, expert assistance equals home entertainment success. See for yourself. The Video Revolution showroom features the largest selection of flat panel TVs in all of Oklahoma. Plus the latest in 3D entertainment. Highly trained home entertainment experts on hand. Professional delivery, installation, and service after the sale. And the best selection of name brands. Visit us online at videorevolution.com and find out more about everything we have to offer. Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Be sure and stop in next week when we meet mobile veterinarian Dr. Christy Plunkett.
We want to thank Macy and all the folks at Brick Huggers for showing us around the new Aloft Hotel.
Thanks too to Josh and his family of shaved ice makers at Josh's Sno Shack, and to Larry Mocha for showing us around APSCO Inc. I still bet you guys could make a wicked game controller.
Plus thanks to Lee Clark Johns of Strategic Communications Inc. Congratulations on your recent Lifetime Achievement Award.
Remember, if you missed any of the show, you can always catch us at ExploreTulsaChannel.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by. Say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And we welcome Explore Tulsa's newest title sponsor, Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the two-pair for $99 deal with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.